Say something. Look it, man. I've been an Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Late night vibes, we're turning up the heat. Team Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T-Will, shining bright on the airwaves, bringing sports tonight. Atlanta heart, with a soul so free. My ATL sports show, it's the place to be.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Falcon fans. Good morning, Georgia Bulldog fans. Hey, man, Bulldogs, unfortunately, were not able to pull it out last night, but that is okay. We still support our Bulldogs here, and this morning I'm going to talk about it. So, to those of you who were not aware, Bulldogs lost last night 39-34 to the Ole Miss Rebels in the, I believe it was Sugar Bowl. And, hey, man, we're here to talk about it this morning. So, it has been a minute since I have seen you guys. Took off for the holiday, so to speak. Been a lot going on. So to those of you who I've not seen in a while, hey, good to see you. Hopefully, if you're not up yet watching this, you will catch this at a time later on today. But, as stated, this morning we are talking about those Georgia Bulldogs. What a season they had. Bulldogs had a great season. Unfortunately, it did come to an untimely end last night. But what a game, man. What a game. Ole Miss has a very good, has an excellent offense. And that was on display last night. Their defense was pretty good. It was kind of the tale of two cities, right? Tale of two halves. So Bulldogs had a 9-point lead going into halftime. And, hey, Ole Miss came out and scored 25 points in the second half, and a lot of twists and turns in this game. So, hey, man, let's get to it. So, first and foremost, let's talk about what happened last night. Let's talk about it. Look. I think Ole Miss ended up having 473 total yards last night. That's a problem. That's a problem. Wow. Bulldogs gave up 473 total yards. Georgia led by 9 at half. Ole Miss flipped the game in the second half. And it just looked like that their defense kind of stiffened in the second half. And Bulldogs couldn't really do anything. A couple of decisions Kirby made going forward on his own 30-yard line and not getting it. That's number one. That one hurt because it led to a touchdown. Up until that point, it was anybody's ball game. And not that it wasn't. It's just that it took the rest of the fourth quarter for the Bulldogs to tie the ball game. And I think they tied it with like a minute left, and we could not stop them from going down and kicking the field goal. But anyway, again, truly disappointed that my brother's in the chat this morning. Good morning, LBB. My brother's talking about both of your teams lost. You know what, Eric? In the spirit of New Year's and Christmas, I'm not going to bring up the fact that your team never was even in the playoffs. Eric's an Auburn fan, for those of you who don't know. Eric is a very big Auburn fan. I am a Bulldog fan, but my mom's people were all Alabama fans. And so Eric gives me grief because, anyway, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. let's talk about what happened. So again, Ole Miss wins 39-34. Rebels scored 25 second half points. Georgia never recorded a sack. And this is one of the things that hurt us last night. Is my brother's laughing. Georgia never recorded a sack. And that one hurt because there were a couple of times where, especially on a couple of key drives, where if we get the sack, there's a different ball game. Georgia may have won this game by 10 points, but the quarterback for Ole Miss played a phenomenal game. I mean, truly played a phenomenal game. Just evading sacks, scrambling, and not also that, but throwing on the run, throwing accurately, and making completions. I think there was one particular drive where he made 3 specific completions that were just phenomenal. And so, I mean, hey, sometimes they're just better than you. The most difficult thing to do in sports, or one of the most difficult things to do in sports, is to beat a team twice in college football. It really is. And that was for sure on display last night. Game was decided by special teams and late execution. Essentially, they drove down and kicked the field goal. Now, what happened on that last drive? Yeah, Eric. And Eric brings up a targeting call. So I think it was the second half. And our defensive back was trying to hit one of their receivers and jar the ball loose. And, sometimes when you go to hit somebody, if they bend down, you can't avoid it. You're going to hit their head. It's going to happen. And so that ended up being the case with that case. But look, according to the letter of the law, you can't make contact with their head. Now, again, was it malicious? No. Was it intentional? No. Was he trying to hurt the guy? No. But if we are going by the letter of the law being what it is, it is what it is, unfortunately. We got Carlo in the chat. How you doing this morning, Carlo? I hope all is well. Good to see you, brother. As always, good to see my brother, Eric Parker. It is New Year's Day, guys. And, hey, man, what a game. It's unfortunate that it didn't end up the way we liked it. But Ole Miss outgained Georgia 473 to 344. We couldn't stop them in that second half, guys. Passing was 362 versus 220 yards. And look, I'm not saying Gunnar Stockton didn't play a good game. He played a great game. You know what I mean? Gunnar Stockton is not their quarterback, but he came out and played a good game and competed when he had to. We just ended up running out of time because I really feel like if there's more time on that clock, we win that game. We got outcoached a little bit. If it's me, I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it on 4th down on my own 30. And I get what Kirby was thinking there, but that, and it's 2 schools of thought. It was early in the game. Kirby's probably thinking if we kick the ball away there, that they go down and score, and they're methodical, and it takes more time. I mean, if you're going to give up a score, you're on the 30, you do it right away. But it did put us in a hole. We did come back to tie the game, man. Oh, boy. Ole Miss averaged 6.5 yards per play. Georgia averaged 4.9. Just a lot going on, man. And I think the main thing is Ole Miss came out in that second half and dominated. I think the first half, Georgia was ahead by 9 points, but Ole Miss was kind of, I don't know if they were rusty. I don't know if they were intimidated. They were beating themselves. And whatever that coach said to them at halftime, it seemed to fire them up. So they came out on a mission in that second half. And, bottom line is you got to be able to stop them. And we couldn't do it. We could not do it. Great game. Hated the way it ended. I'm sitting there like, oh, man, I know we're going to pull this out. And that one play where I think it's 3rd down, I think it might be 3rd and 5. It's like it might be 45 seconds left. And the receiver, they're in man. They're up in press coverage on, I think it's 3rd and 5. And the receiver blows by our guy. And it's like, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where you're watching something unfold and you're like, oh no, right? So I don't know if you spill a cup and you reach to get it and you can't, and you watch it as like all the contents of the cup, liquid beer, whatever, just descends to the floor and you're like, no, and it spills everywhere or something breaks. That was what that play was like, because as it's happening and I see that receiver just blow by, he almost scored. Like, thank God, whoever the secondary person was, whoever that caught him, hey man, phenomenal job, because he had to be walked down. Great throw, and hey man, sometimes you got to tip your cap, but reality is 220 yards on offense is not enough in a shootout. I mean, let's be real. It almost was, but it wasn't. You know, Dogs, you got the ball on the goal line there. You needed a touchdown. You needed a touchdown. And look, even if you didn't get the touchdown, you had to hold them there. And I'm not gonna second guess the coverage that you were in. They beat us on that play. I think what hurt the most is that 4th and 2 that Carlo referred to, where we're on our own 30. That one hurt. That one truly hurt. Now, and then I think there was a 15-yard penalty that hurt us as well. But yeah, man, hurt my heart. We averaged 3.4 yards per rush. That was the other thing that hurt us. When that main running back went out, our running game was second to none. We typically can run the ball on teams, and in that second half, we couldn't run the ball. We could not, especially when our starter went out. We converted on 3 of 13 on third down. That's a stat that, when we think about this, when we sit back and review and, lament in the offseason as to what could have been, that's the thing that I think is going to hurt most Georgia Bulldogs players, Bulldogs coaches, and Bulldogs fans, is that we were only 3 of 13 on third down. And look, we almost pulled it off, to tie it 34-34 with a minute left when you were down by 10 points with, I think, 10 minutes left. Or 11 minutes, whatever. I think it's quite a feat, man. I mean, again, look, this Georgia team, they didn't give up. They came out to play. It's just they fell a little short. The other thing is that we had 0 sacks on defense. And that one really, really, really hurt us, especially on that one drive where they go down and score, and we've got them pinned. It's like 3rd and whatever. And Shamlis did it twice, where he corrects course, goes the other way, is scrambling, just flicks a pass to the tailback, and the tailback ends up getting the first down. And if we get a sack there, they're in a hole. Then it looked like on the next series, we've got him pinned again. He runs like 10, 20 yards back, reverses field, ends up throwing like a 20-yard pass or whatever. But that killed us. And then I think there was a big play. It was the same drive, may have been 30, 40 yards. But same thing, avoids the sack, throws a deep pass, and they are deep in our territory. And that, to me, was the turning point in the game. Trinidad Chambliss had 362 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and we could not consistently get pressure on him. And that, that's one thing that really hurt us last night. We just couldn't pull it out for whatever reason. So the other thing is, there's one particular receiver. Mr. Harrison Wallace had 9 catches. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. 9 catches for 156 yards and 1 touchdown. We couldn't stop him. And that's ultimately what led to our demise. We just couldn't stop him. Gave up 12 yards per completion. And look it. As far as everything else that happened in that game, I'm not particularly upset about it because things happen. You get into a barn burner, back and forth, a shootout. Things happen. Georgia is normally a good defensive team. It felt like there was no defense played yesterday, which wasn't the case. Okay, but we couldn't get them on the ground. We couldn't sack them. We really couldn't pressure them. They did what they wanted to do in the second half. First half, we kind of, they kind of beat themselves. To be honest with you, that could have been a whole lot worse. I'm glad it wasn't. But hey, again, and it didn't seem like Kirby really wanted to blitz him heavy. Like, I've seen the dog send 6, sometimes send 7. He didn't do that in that game. And maybe he felt like Ole Miss could handle it. Maybe he didn't want to get burned on the back end. I don't know why that is. I just know that Kirby, for whatever reason, did not want to do that. He wanted no part of that. He really didn't. And yeah, I mean, I don't. It ends there, and maybe if he does send 6 or 7, maybe 5 or 6 times during that game, maybe we get a sack or 2, turnover, what have you. But he clearly did not want to blitz last night. And let's talk about their field goal kicker. 3 of 3 on field goals. Lucas Canero, I believe, kicked 11 total points. Game winner was 47 yards. And I mean, that guy didn't miss. So just again, let's see what my brother say. My brother says could have been like your other team. You keep that up, Eric. You keep that up, buddy. You keep that up and see what fate befalls you, sir. We're not doing that this morning. We are not doing that this morning, sir. Wow. Eric, are you working this morning? Let me know. Let me know if you're working this morning. But just it was a very entertaining game. I mean, I hate to come out on the losing end of it, but it was not a good game. It was a great game. I mean, it was truly, it was a barn burner, man, back and forth. And I mean, you never know how these things are going to go, but I'm disappointed in the result. It was a good game though. It was very entertaining. I mean, if you got to go out, I'd rather go out that way than 30-0. You know what I mean? I would have been highly irritated by that. So, not that I'm happy to see our season come to an untimely end, but I mean, at least I can say, hey, man, we went out hard. We went out hard. We definitely we fought as hard as we could. It is what it is. I mean, I wish we could have won that game, man. Because I'm sitting there as this is going on, and I'm going, oh, this feels like, yeah, it just felt like that's how it was going to end, and I don't know if I was projecting my Falconness onto our Bulldogs. But, Bulldogs typically pull it out, but I don't know. But here's a question for you guys out there. How are you guys feeling about the loss? And how are you guys feeling about Kirby in general? I mean, look, if we went back to back in 21 and 22. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a superstar joining us this morning, Mr. Eric Parker, my brother. Good morning, Eric Parker. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Both of you motherfuckers went home.
That's a hater. Man. You said I didn't know you were such a hater. You know what I mean? I didn't know you were such a hater, man. I really didn't know that, dude. Like, I don't know. But
Hey,
yeah, man, just get
one of your teams go way to California just to kick a field goal, and the other one lose to a team with no coach. What are y'all doing?
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. So to those of you out there, Eric is referencing two teams. I do not have two teams. I have one team, and my family. Okay, so Eric and I are both from Alabama. Okay, I'm from Montgomery. I think Eric, you were born in you're from Mobile, correct? Originally, you're from Mobile, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric grew up an Auburn Tigers fan. Ew. And my family, with the exception of me, okay, my family is they are Alabama Crimson Tide
You
fans.
was the Alabama fan when you called me.
I was net okay. So I'm not a Crimson Tide fan. Okay. I think what you're missing, Eric, is you're missing the fact that there's a difference between Big Brother giving little brother a hard time and actually being a fan, right? I was messing with you that day, dude, because I know you're an Auburn fan and it was fun. And really, I just wanted to poke a little fun at my little brother. But ever since then, I'm not an Auburn fan. I'm not an Alabama fan. I'm not, okay? I'm a Georgia fan. But if I can give you any kind of grief, that's the duty of an older brother. That is what we do. Okay.
Mighty funny when you don't call when we lose to nobody else.
Who does? Who does, Eric? Who does call and say, "Oh, wait, your team beat this other team"? That I can't give you grief about that. Of course, I don't call with that. But I'm simply saying, man. I mean, look, I've never been a Crimson Tide fan. I just like to give you grief.
Only when we playing them.
Bro, that should let you know. Like, I'm not watching it. It's not fun. Like, I mean, because Georgia typically dominates y'all. That's not fun. You know what I mean? And there's not the rivalry with Georgia that it is with Alabama, right?
Oh, no, you call with Georgia too.
I do, but again, I'm your like if we weren't brothers, dude, I wouldn't call you one. I wouldn't care.
So only those two teams.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and like I said, I see what you're doing at 8:30 in the morning.
Not making a good case for yourself.
I am making a good case for myself because it was about giving you grief.
With only those two teams. I mean,
yeah.
I make fun of the Saints whenever they lose to anybody. I don't give a damn who it is. It's hilarious to me when they lose to anybody. I give my Saints friends hell whenever they lose. It don't matter who they lose to. But I don't just wait for the Falcons and one other team
Whatever.
For me to say something.
Hey man, give me your thoughts on last night's game. It's just as an Auburn fan, give me your thoughts.
Man, honestly, I thought y'all was gonna beat them in that first half, and then it changed with that. I'm telling you, when y'all lost that safety, y'all lost a big part of y'all defense, and that's why they kept hitting y'all over the top like that.
Yeah.
I think when he was in, the coverage was a lot better on them deep routes.
Yeah.
And coverage brings sacks. When you was talking about not getting no sacks, that's why you want to get no sacks. Coverage brings when he rolled out the pocket, somebody was open.
Yeah.
He was getting chased. It just was somebody open for him to throw it to.
Yeah.
I think that hurt with that targeting call. I can't stand how they take them out the game for that. I mean, make it a 20-yard penalty.
Yeah.
If you want to just make it worse than every other penalty, make it a 20-yard penalty. But don't change the game because somebody accidentally hit somebody wrong.
Right. And I agree with you there. Because I think there's a difference between specifically trying to go in and hurt somebody.
Right, man. They playing football. You're gonna accidentally hit somebody wrong. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I would get, like, if you did something, you get caught on camera stomping on somebody or something crazy like that. The stuff that happens in dog piles and stuff. I get if they catch that on the camera.
Yeah.
and then you get ejected from the game.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. But
Yeah.
somebody to do something on accident and you treat it like, oh, you purposely tried to hurt them. Man, they trying to hit. They're not trying to hurt nobody.
Right.
Not for the most part. I mean, you might get some cut behind the scenes. Them coaches will take his head off. They used to give us snake shirts to say you mean as irrelevant. If you hurt somebody, you get a snake shirt.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I don't know that. Look, when you and I played, I don't know that the culture is the same because I mean,
It's not.
yeah, yeah, you.
Yeah, we would have got we would have got taunting. We would have got. It would have been so many penalties. In today, if we play how we play in today's game,
Oh yeah, we
we
wouldn't finish a half.
we
We,
get kicked out the game in the first quarter.
yeah, we wouldn't finish a half. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. Carlos says that call did a lot of damage. It really did, man. It really
It
did.
did.
It's
It
unfortunate.
did. It changed the flow of the game.
It
It
did.
did.
It really did. It really did. And you know the sad part, Georgia was 5 for 5 in the red zone. 5 for 5, Eric.
Yep.
Right, this game, you know, if you read certain stats, you'd think Georgia won, and then others you'd be like, no way. I mean, again, 400 some yards. It's hard to beat anybody, but
Yep.
5 in the red zone, and it was close. It just
And they were kicking field goals before that ejection.
yeah, they were. They really were.
I think they might have scored once, but still, they were kicking field goals. They kicked 2 field goals before that too. That dude was doing that dude was doing something back there. I don't even know who he is. I know number 20, but I know he be balling back there.
That's crazy.
That changed the flow of the game. You could see it. It was like they was like, okay, he ain't there. Pick on that spot then.
Yeah, I think what's unfortunate about this is I think that Georgia versus Indiana was going to be a good game, and I think Georgia could have beaten Indiana. I think Indiana's going to clean Ole Miss's clock. I do. I think Indiana, and it could go the other way, but I just
You better watch out for Miami.
no.
All right.
I mean, look. I'm not saying. Look, they won obviously, but I don't see that. So it's what Ole Miss and Miami and Indiana and who on the other side? Oregon, Indiana and Oregon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have in the championship game coming out of that?
I don't even know. Indiana and the other one, that Ole Miss Miami game is going to be a good one.
You think so?
Uh-huh. I think the blowout going to be on the other side. I think Indiana going to beat Oregon.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I do too. I think Indiana is going to take Oregon to the woodshed. I mean, that defense was just suffocating yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about them, they don't have a particularly great offense. So if they can't run the ball, I mean, you're looking at a 9-3, 6-3 type score. But that defense is very good. That is a very stout defense. So I just don't think Oregon has I don't think they have the muscle to deal with the offensive and defensive lines. I just don't. I think they are truly, they being Indiana, is truly a trenches team. And I think they win games in the trenches. I think that offense and defensive line just beats you up and beats you up and beats you up. And you saw that against Alabama. You know what I mean? Running the ball, they just kept stuffing them. And eventually that game got out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that Oregon is going to be half the challenge that Alabama could be. Now, I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but I agree with you. I think Indiana is going to thump them. Miami, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about Miami. I mean, you'd like to think because it's the SEC that, Ole Miss is just going to go in there and thump Miami, but not necessarily. So, I say
Miami looked pretty good.
You said what?
Miami looked pretty good, but yeah, that's why I say I don't know, but Yeah, man, Miami looked pretty good that last game.
Hmm. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I know Georgia and Alabama have all season to think about this as they. Oh man, I didn't let myself get upset last night because I was tired, so I just went to bed. But oh man, oh Eric, the more I think about this hurts, man, because I was at least looking forward. You mean to tell me we went out in the semis, but we didn't even make it to like golly, we went out in the first round, the first stop, bro. That hurt, man. But that goes to show you any team can win. Any team can win. College football with these college playoffs is wide open. You know what I mean? Well, that's one thing I'll say about this system. It's wide open because who'd have thunk, you know, that Ole Miss would have beat Georgia, even though Ole Miss only had one loss. Let's be real. They only had one loss all year. So they were, you could argue they were just as good a team as Georgia, which they showed last night. Now,
Who was the loss to?
You said what?
Who was the loss to?
Georgia.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's hard to beat a team twice.
Man, I'm telling you that targeting call hurt. I really dislike them calls. I swear I cannot stand that. I wish they would change their rule to. I mean, make it a 25-yard penalty if you want to. If you want to make it ridiculous, so that nobody does it, make it a 25-yard penalty.
Make it 30.
Yeah, make it 30. Shit, make it 50 if you want to, but don't eject the player.
Yeah,
because 9 times out of 10 it's an accident.
Yeah. That's true.
It's not really somebody maliciously trying to hurt somebody.
Right. And the sad part is you really impact the game.
Right.
Like you really impact the game, and the guy still got hit. Like, okay, yeah, the guy kicked out. Guess what? He still took a shot to the head.
Yeah.
So you kicking that player out isn't going to stay. It's
right. And exactly, because it was like I said, 9 times out of 10 an accident. So this dude got hit on accident, and you kicked this person out of the game.
Yeah,
that don't even make sense to me.
Yeah. Carlos says the Dogs was on everybody's board to beat Big Ten, been knocking on the door. Plus, Ole Miss been slighted by Kiffin, so they had more to prove. Their motivation was different. Carlo, Eric, you think Kirby's losing it a little bit, or that was just
Kirby going through some shit right now too, so I don't think Kirby's losing it, but right now his mind might be kind of clouded.
Why is that? What's he going through?
When they giving him condolences or silent, what was they saying? Somebody said something. Did somebody die or something?
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
I heard somebody say something about giving him. I don't know the whole story, but it sounded like something was going on with him before the game. Somebody said some. I think it was Miles.
Well, I will have to research that, but I mean, if that's the case, hey man, definitely would. You know, I need to verify first before I go.
Yeah, ahead. Look at the.
Oh, his dad died last year at the Sugar Bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Condolences, Kirby. Definitely condolences.
Yeah, and that might trigger that.
I mean, it could. You know? I mean, look, I rock with Kirby, man.
I don't think y'all lost that game because of Kirby though. I think you lost that game because of that targeting call. I think if that safety is still in that game, I think you play that second half similar to that first half.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, and Carlo, this is to you as well. Do you guys think we will ever see another dynasty in college football? Because it doesn't feel that way. With the NIL,
I think they're splitting. Me and CJ was arguing about that last year, and CJ was right. I was saying, nah, man. As long as the SEC keep winning, when folks come out of high school and they at top colleges, they gonna want to go to them teams. But they splitting it up now because you giving folks that okay, the top player went over here. But now the next year when the top player came out, I can't play. I can't start. at Georgia because you got all the top players over there from last year that you started,
Right.
and I can go over here to Indiana and start.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the start. I'm gonna take the starting role and come shine on y'all, and
Yeah.
I get to the NFL that way.
And I can get paid doing it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly,
I can get paid doing it.
exactly. So
Carlos,
yeah, I don't know about the dynasty thing no more unless it's gonna come down to coaching.
I mean, you'd really have to be like, I don't see it because every year there's somebody that's like, oh, okay, well, I can't play here. And it's nothing personal. I mean, look at it from the player's perspective. If Eric, if this was going on in our day, if we had the opportunity to do it, I'd take advantage of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
anybody would.
Right.
It
So,
makes sense. You stupid if you don't. I mean, why would you not take the money and take the starting job over sitting on the bench because you at this team?
right. I mean, right. Right. And I just think it's going to be real difficult, you know, because I felt like this Dawg's team was different. Like last year's Dawg team, there's no way we were going to win anything. And I knew that first game. But this year, I felt like we had a good shot. I felt like we had a shot to at least make the championship game. I didn't know if we were good enough to win it, but I felt like we had the ingredients. Like we were resilient. When we got down, we would always come back. But you know, we ran up against a team that was better than us. You know, and it's unfortunate, but I looking at the landscape of college football right now. I do not see any dynasties being born because I mean, for what you'd have to, it's almost like running a semi-professional team with what you got to do, right? So the portal is like what, free agency? Oh, I can't go here. Guess what? I'll go over here. And then
Right. And see, that was the advantage before. It's crazy. Me and Ernest was having this conversation yesterday.
yeah.
That I was telling out. He was saying he was jokingly saying, the Falcons should get Kirby, and I was like, okay, but do you think Kirby could be that dominant with less talent? Not saying that you have less talent at that level, but the talent is so spread out in the NFL that you're not dominant like you are with the talent in college. Like most of the talent has been going to Georgia, Alabama, the big schools.
yeah. Yeah.
So without that talent being there, without that talent level, ain't it like Dion going to because he running an NFL style offense up there, but it ain't working. It ain't working like um Georgia and Alabama because they got that talent over there. If Dion had Georgia talent, he'd be in the playoffs with them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
So if they went to the next level, I mean, losing that talent level, are they that great? If to bring them up there, that was the conversation we was having yesterday.
I don't think so. And then, in college, even though they're getting paid now, these coaches still, to a certain extent, have a certain amount of control over these players.
Yeah, you talking to kids. You're not talking to millionaires. You get to the
right.
NFL and you talking to a bunch of grown millionaires.
Right. Right.
Young grown millionaires too, and young people don't want to hear shit anyway. But when young adults want to show you they're adult,
right,
and especially when we're millions.
I don't know that. I don't know that you could, because a lot of Coach Kirby's style is discipline. I mean, he's groomed under Nick Saban, for God's sake. Nick Saban.
Oh, you said it right. You said it right.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting that on.
You said it right.
I didn't say that.
He is definitely Nick Saban.
No, I'm not doing that, brother. I'm not doing that.
Don't try to stick up for your other team now.
I'm not trying to stick up for him. That's
you
just
said it right.
To call somebody.
Nick
Saban. Carlo brings up, look at how Notre Dame didn't even make it back to the playoffs, and they didn't. They didn't. So it is,
Right. The talent went. Look at the Falcons though. Look at the Falcons defense. Look at Watts over there. The talent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Look at the Falcons defense when they went to top teams.
I,
That's what Terry did this year. This is part of that conversation me and Ernest was having. This is you could see the difference in this defensive talent level,
yeah.
and he went to the top school. This is like Kiera always says. She gets sick of Georgia fans thinking we should just go pick everybody from Georgia.
Mhm.
And while that might be annoying, it might also be true. They might also be right because if they're dominating on that level, and all of the and the same players are going to you're playing against the same people when you go to the next level. So if you dominate it right then, and all of y'all are going to the next level to become the future of that level,
Mhm.
wouldn't if you put all of those players that were dominant on the team, wouldn't they dominate the next level too?
I mean, you at least got a chance, right?
Right, right. It sounds more feasible than going in and picking um the lesser talent, thinking it's gonna be better.
No, I agree. I agree. And look it, man. I mean, you could argue Falcons' top four picks were like are gonna be here for a while, right?
Mhm.
You got Jalen Walker, you got my man JPJ, who's been a stud. You know, shout out to the Rams. F those picks.
Hey,
Uh, you
I
got
would not trade either one of them for a first round pick.
me neither. Me neither. Right. So and that's the other thing about it is, and sometimes Eric, people just want to complain. You know what I mean? Oh, if only we'd had those picks. JPJ had 8 sacks this year.
It sounds stupid. The reason you have the pick is to try to pick talent.
Thank you.
It's and the talent that's going to transfer into the NFL. Sometimes you pick talent, and a lot of times you pick and miss, and it doesn't turn out to be what you should have picked in the top.
Right. And not
But
only that, but if JPJ was in this draft in the first round, wouldn't you pick him in the first round?
right,
Okay, so that and not I think JPJ currently has 8 sacks.
yeah,
Can
he's leading the rookies in sacks, and Watts is leading in interceptions, and
can,
Jalen is second, I believe, in sacks.
can you tell me the last time a Falcons player had 8 sacks their rookie season?
No,
Me neither. Me neither. So I'm like, why are we even having this conversation? Like, to people who have that opinion, and again, look, we respect everybody's opinion. It's fine. But to people who have that opinion, give me the last time we drafted somebody that had 8 sacks their first year. Like, if he gets 2 more sacks in this upcoming game against the hated Saints, that'd be 10 sacks. I don't know. Eric, it's been at least 3 decades. Wait, no. What did Vic Beasley get his first year?
Vic Beasley's first year wasn't. Was that the year we went to the Super Bowl, or was it the next year?
I'm gonna look it up.
I think it was the year we went.
I think it was too. But he had what's his name there? He
He
had
led the league in sacks. But the thing with Vic Beasley with that year, man, if you go back and look at who he was going up against, almost every single game the tackle was hurt that he was going up against. Like he was playing.
his first season was 2015, and he had 4 sacks.
Yeah. But even that next season, that 2016, if you look at who he was going up against, because I was wondering, like, how did he jump like that and then fall off like that? And it was that season. It was so many injured tackles that we faced, and Vic Beasley was going up against the injured tackle almost every game, and he was killing them with the outside speed move, just run around the edge. And when you got the real tackles in there, they know what to do with that. Okay, you might beat me one time, but if you're gonna keep doing the same thing, I'm just gonna back up to where you running to.
You know what, Eric? So I'm looking at Google here, and it says the Atlanta Falcons rookie with the most sacks in the official NFL record books since 1982 appears to be James Pierce Jr.,
Yeah.
who set the franchise rookie record in the 2025 season, surpassing previous marks with over 8 sacks, potentially reaching 10 by season's end, and leading rookies lead wide with fellow rookie Jalen Walker also having a strong year. Historically, Claude Humphrey had significant early production, though sacks weren't official then. So,
Look how long ago that was.
but
I didn't start being a Falcons fan until '83 when we moved. I never saw that.
I never I started being a Falcons fan until '77, and even with the Grits Blitz, again that was prior to '82. Whatever, man. Look, anybody who has an issue with spending the first round pick to get JPJ, in my humble opinion, your vantage point on football is skewed because you dream about getting a player like this who can rush the passer. And JPJ is just getting better. Let me tell you something. JPJ is no Vic Beasley. He is just getting better. He is just getting better. Yeah, I don't understand that argument. That, well, if you didn't spend that first round pick, I mean, da 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 da. And you know what? I mean, it looks like we're either going to be 7-10 or 8-9. And with the dearth of NFL good teams this year, that might be pick 15 or 14.
Hey, what do you think about the scenario with the last game?
Oh, with if we win out, the Panthers win.
Okay, let me make this hit harder though. If the Panthers win the division, they have more division titles than us then. So we will be the oldest team with the least amount of division titles if the Panthers win. And
they're not going to win a Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I don't think they win in the Super Bowl.
I don't even think they're going to get past the first round. Of all the teams making it into the playoffs, if they make it into the playoffs, they're not going to do anything.
I don't think they're going to beat the Bucs again.
But here's the thing: if they lose to the Bucs,
right,
they still go because
if we beat the Saints.
Yes,
so
they still go. They still go. We got Dixon Way in the chat. Good morning, Dixon Way. How you doing, brother? Dixon Way says, "Womp womp." Chambliss had a great game. The Bulldogs wasted the first 2 possessions, and it cost us the game. Yeah, it did, man. Dagnammit, it hurts all over again. Yeah, you're right, Larry. You're right about that. I mean, either way, man, we got to beat the Saints. Like, I don't care what the scenario is.
And that's what I said. I can't just say I want to lose to the hell no. even with that scenario, man, hell nah. Beat the Saints. I mean, always beat the Saints. Unless it's gonna knock us out the playoffs, beat the Saints. And beating somebody, it would never knock you out of the playoffs. So beat the Saints.
Yeah.
Always.
You got to beat them, man. You can't. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. But you got to beat the Saints. It ends there. There's nothing else I can add to that. Dixon Way says people forgot that we got JPJ and Xavier Watts. Who cares about that? Thank you. That's exactly what I was saying, Dixon Way. That is exactly what I was saying. Would you trade that pick to the Rams for JPJ and Watts?
No,
absolutely not.
I wouldn't trade that pick for Watts by himself. I wouldn't trade it for JP by itself. I wouldn't trade that pick. I wouldn't trade JP or Watts for a first and a second round.
Right.
They can damn sure keep that pick.
Right. I mean, hey.
You're looking for talent that's hard to find that's going to be dominant in the MMA. You might find good talent, but dominant talent is real hard to find. You got two rookies that's leading the whole rookie class in interceptions and sacks.
100%,
And
bro.
JP ain't even on the field every play.
No, he's not.
JP ain't even getting the reps that some of these starters are for that they done put on the other teams. The rookies that some of them getting reps every snap.
Right.
JP ain't even getting that. He ain't on passing down or what they think is passing down.
Right.
So
No,
hell no, you don't trade. You crazy if you trade that.
right. Right. 100%, bro. 100%. But what's funny to me is just that it's like people, it's like they latch on to something and they just don't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I mean? Oh, well, if you had those picks, JPJ may be a once in a lifetime player or a player you see once in 10 years. Guys like that have that kind of motor they don't grow on trees. They do not grow on trees. And the Falcons, look, you could argue the fact the Falcons have had one of their best drafts ever in those times. Lest we not forget about Billy Bowman,
Right.
who got injured got injured at practice. But I mean, that's 4 top picks. That's somebody to build around. You know what I mean?
Right.
This defense, and I know we're 20th in scoring. But this defense to me looks a lot better. And if you add to that,
you also 20th in scoring because the offense keeps getting off the field too much.
That's a good point.
It's not just the defense. I mean, you got to add context with them stats too.
You do. You do.
You got an offense that keeps going 3 and out. Your defense is going to eventually have more stats put on them.
Yeah. I tell you what's crazy, man, is we beat the Rams. We beat the Bills.
We beat the Rams trying to clinch a playoff spot. This wasn't even just, I mean, not a playoff spot, but trying to clinch first place.
Yeah.
So we beat the first place team.
Yeah.
Trying to clinch first place.
Yeah.
And then lose to the damn Jets.
Do you think Fontenot is done?
I hope not. I hope not. This is not on Terry. It's definitely not. if all the talent we just named, it's definitely not the GM. It may not even be coaching. They may just need the jail. We got a whole young staff, a bunch of young talent. They may just need the jail.
I think this I think this roster is great, and I agree with Dixon Way. Like the coaching has been really bad.
It has.
The coaching has been.
But the last couple of games, they looking like they're getting better and better. Or is it just me?
I'm being honest with you, bro. I can't subscribe to that theory.
I don't want to. I don't know where I stand on that no more. The whole season, Raheem been pissing me off the whole season.
Right.
And I don't want to overlook the rest of the season, but the last couple of games have looked better. He even looked like a real coach. The game was that. It wasn't the last game. It was the game before that. Who do we play the game before the last game? The Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game.
The Bucks, then the Cardinals, then us. Yeah.
Was it the Cardinals?
So we played the Bucks, then the Cardinals, then the Rams.
think it was the Cardinals game. The Cardinals game. He looked like a real coach over there. He was screaming at the ref and everything. It's like, look at Raheem over there. Who is this?
But
He
the thing,
ain't staring at the.
but you've pissed away 2 years, man.
Yeah.
With your decisions. You've literally, you know what I mean? My dad would say, he would define this as piss poor. You've pissed away 2 years. Literally, you have. And I can't just hold on. Well, let's come back and look at Falcons are going to do what they're going to do. I ain't nobody. They do what they want to do. But I don't feel good about his decisions. I just don't.
Me neither.
I don't feel good about it.
Me neither. That's why I'm saying I don't want to overlook the rest of all the because he's done nothing until these last couple of games.
Right.
But the last couple of games is like,
yeah,
where the fuck has he been?
Bro, I mean, I don't. Man. I'll give you that. He's been a real coach. He really has been. He's been a real coach the past couple of games. But I mean, we're 2 years in, right? And for me, his most egregious sin is why in the world would you hire 2 rookie coaches? Because literally that has set us back. Now you could argue that, and let me ask you this. It's something that I've seen a lot of Falcon fans debate about, and I'm going to ask you and Carlo, I'm going to ask you, and Dixon, I'm going to ask you, if Kirk Cousins starts the season as QB1, do you guys think we make the playoffs? Eric,
No.
give me thoughts. No. Why not?
Man, Kurt is doing the same thing Penix was doing. He's just still in there. Kurt was up and down too. Kurt the one got blew out twice. Kurt had up and down games too. Kurt got his ass whooped by the Dolphins. Kurt lost to the Jets.
Yeah, but that wasn't an ass whooping.
Nah, but the Seahawks was.
Yeah, Seahawks beat up on everybody though. I mean, not
like that.
Yes, they did. Did you see that game last week, sir?
Did you see the Rams?
Who'd they beat up last week? Who was it? The Rams?
They lost to the Rams.
No. Seattle beat the Rams. Who'd Seattle play last week? I think it was whoever Seattle played. No, they didn't. Seattle didn't play the Rams.
Was that the week before? I can't speak because if I get off of here, it's gonna kick me off because I'm on my phone.
Oh, I get it. Let me just look at Seattle's schedule.
Or did they beat them in the last minute? I remember that was a close game, but they didn't do them like that though. They didn't beat the hell out of them.
Well, let's see. All right, so Seattle in week 16. Yeah, they beat the Rams 38-37.
Yeah, it was that last second shit. Yeah. But still, they didn't beat the hell out of them.
Right. They beat the Panthers 27-10. They whooped our ass. They beat the Vikings 26-0.
The Vikings suck too. We beat the shit out the Vikings.
They beat the Cardinals 44-22. They beat the Commanders 38-14. They beat the Texans 27-19. And the Texans are a good team, man. They beat the Jags 20-12.
But look how the score got closer though.
Yeah,
them blowouts was from sorry ass teams. They're doing what they're supposed to do with sorry ass teams. But when they play somebody good, the score ain't like that.
That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. That is fair.
So which end did we land on with Kirk?
Me personally, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I think we do make the playoffs because there were games where Penix was just god awful, and I think that Penix was hurt, which is why they didn't play him in the.
Kurt was god awful against the Dolphins. Kurt in the second half of that Panthers game was god awful.
Yeah,
Kurt, it's been the coordinator. It's not the quarterback. It's the coaching. But it looks like the last couple of games, the coaching has gotten better. Because I don't think it was Kirk or Penix that was really at fault.
You don't?
Nah.
Yeah, I think Penix.
They might have had games where they weren't they might have had bad games. Both of them. They might have had one bad game. But I don't think it was them by themselves that even caused the bad game. I think it's the coordinator.
No, I do. No doubt. Make no mistake about it. The coordinator's got to go. I make no mistake about it. Let me be as real as I can be. The coordinator's got to go. I agree with you there, 138%. But I do think that Kirk being a veteran, Kirk knows a few more tricks. Kirk definitely knows more offenses, knows more defense. I think we could pull out 10 games under Kirk. I don't think we were going to win 10 games under Penix. Now, you could argue that, or you could make the argument, when did he exactly when was that time frame, or when was the moment that he got hurt? Because I feel like he's been hurt.
Oh, Penix?
Yeah. I feel like
I think he got I can't argue with you on that, because but I think he was definitely hurt before they injured. He shouldn't have been back in after that San Francisco game.
Yeah.
When he got hurt in that game, that was the injury.
Yeah.
They tried to let him play through that injury instead of really checking his knee. He shouldn't have played through that. Or it might not have been as bad then, and they made it worse. But he shouldn't have played through that. Maybe it could have healed all the way if they would have held him out. But I believe they rushed him back. But there was when that Dolphins game happened. Right after that. And I believe they brought Penix back in. I think they threw that Dolphins game because they ain't want everybody saying they want Kirk and they ain't want the quarterback then.
That's a good point, Eric. I'm not going to confirm or deny because I don't know, but that's definitely logical. That would make sense.
Yeah, this is my thoughts. I don't have a source or no anything. I'm just this is my thoughts.
No, we're just spitballing here, but it
seemed like Kurt was pissed at them for calling crazy. You remember, because you never see Kurt screaming at them on the sideline.
Yeah,
that's not Kurt.
That's not Kirk at all.
That was that game where he was screaming at them on the sideline.
What are you calling?
Yeah, what are you doing? It's like that. It was like they was doing that on purpose or something.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, Eric. That's a very good point.
And Penix came back in the next game.
Well, I tell you what's interesting, right? It's the same organization that didn't want to tell you that he was hurt last year. So we know that they are all about him. As funny.
Man, that is so crazy to me. John Freaky be killing me. He still blame. He calls him the what does he call him? The something liar. The broke down liar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you doing them like that? It's definitely, John, if we knew, you don't think the organization knew?
No, it's no way they didn't know. It's no way bro, there's all you got to do is go back and watch that game when they bent that man's arm back at least 15 degrees. Any human being, your shoulder is going to be hurt. If your arm was not, it's not built to bend a certain way, right? That's with anybody. And the way he took that tackle, especially being in his late 30s. Look, those of y'all who are still young out there, young folk in your 20s, I'm not talking to you. Anybody 35 and above, your body doesn't heal the way it normally does. It just doesn't.
No.
I'm 55. If I skin my knee up today, it's going to heal in a year. It's gonna it's gonna take its time, bro. So, it's no way you could say that he wasn't hurt. And the fact that they carried out this deceitful campaign lets you know how far they're willing to go to save face. And I really believe that. Look at why not put Penix under center? Like, it got so bad, your entire offense was predictable because 90% of the time you're in pistol. I don't think that's that the young man can't grasp the concept. I think the young man's knees hurt when he bends down, which is ridiculous when you say it out loud, because that lends itself to something else. Why would you? I'm not even going there today. We ain't got the time. But the bottom line is this offense has performed better under Kirk. Period. Like, there were times when Penix was up and down, right? The pendulum swings were up and down. He might score 30 this game, might score 10.
No, that him not being under center could be their way of easing him into the NFL, though. It's not necessarily because he's injured, and I think he got injured in that whatchamacallit game. But in college, if he was used to that and that makes him more comfortable, bringing they might be trying. Because I remember with Matt. Did you remember Matt not looking at the left side of the field
I
his
do.
rookie season?
I
I
do.
used to be so mad. He used to piss me off his rookie season. Somebody would be on the left side of the field, wide ass open, and Matt is not looking over. Matt
No.
ain't looking over there for shit. Matt is looking on the right side of the field, and it used to. I'm talking about they used to drive me, but I figured out after the season. Somebody told me that they purposely called the plays to the right side so it would make it easier for him and his rookie. They were calling most of the when he's looking to the right
Yeah.
to make it easier on him in his rookie season.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Dixon Way says, not to cut you off, Eric. I'm going to be honest, fellas. Terry did a great job in the last draft, but if he was the one that wanted MPJ and he was this injury prone and didn't fit the offensive scheme, then it should have had him worried, right? Or I think that's what he's saying.
Injury prone is ridiculous. Injury prone, you can't play football for 5 years if you injury prone. The dude got injured 5 years ago. He got injured again.
No, Eric. So let's be fair, right? There were 2 years in college that he had injuries that took him out.
5 years ago.
I don't know that it was 5. Well, he's been with
You
us.
don't know, but then you're gonna argue with me about it. Go look it up. 5 years ago is when these injuries that you're talking about. Now, it might have been something else that had absolutely nothing to do with this that happened. But it was almost 5 years ago, or right at 5 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're wrong with that injury, and that injury is the problem.
Yeah, but you're talking about 2 ACLs here.
5 years ago. You don't play football for 5 years after that if that's the problem.
I get it, but he does have an injury history. Say what you want to, Eric. He does have an injury history.
That's not injury.
He does have injuries.
Yeah, he had injuries. I'm not disagreeing with him having injuries. I'm disagreeing with injury prone. You don't play for 5 years straight and be injury prone.
Yeah, but I mean, there are injuries. ACLs, I think he had an ACL. I think
injury prone motherfuckers get hurt every year. They keep getting hurt. When they go back out there, it might even be a different injury. It might not even be the same injury, but they keep getting hurt.
You're saying like Troy Anderson injury prone.
Yeah, that's injury prone. As soon as you touch the field, every time he go on the field, he get hurt.
You got your own wing at Piedmont Hospital, is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, that's injury prone. That's not somebody getting injured again. Yeah, he had an injury before. I'm not disagreeing with that. But that's not injury. But the dude played for 5 years. 5 years playing football.
I got to be honest with you, Eric. I would probably be concerned if a player with 2 torn it. I would be concerned.
I would not after 5 years.
I would be concerned.
Would be concerned if it had happened. I would have been more concerned with Kirk with his injury than I would have with Penix with his. Because Penix
Yeah,
played 5 years after that. You telling me to start Kirk right now? If we had a started Kirk, you not concerned that this happened 2 years ago.
but it's
But
one.
Penix,
But it's one though. It's one injury. Kirk doesn't have a serious injury. It's one injury. I mean, I get what he's saying. Is
you trying to say injury prone, but then you got a 5 year gap from that last injury.
what I
You bringing up multiple injuries now. It's an injury. Yeah, he got injured before. So did Kirk, and Kirk was more dangerous. You got him off of an injury over here.
let's see. So 2018, he tore his ACL. 2019, sternoclavicular joint injury. That seems like something with the shoulder. 2020, ACL tear right knee. 2021, AC joint injury. 2025. So I mean, again, you're talking about
Almost 5 years.
4. Because when it happened, the AC joint injury happened in 2021. It's 25, so it's 4. But I mean, again, these are not small injuries, right? I get what you're saying. No, he's not Troy Anderson.
Now, if you've never been injured in your life and you twisted your knee the way he did in that 49ers game, you would still have the same injury. It's not because he got injured before. It's because it happened then. He shouldn't have been in after that. Now, when he went down the second time, it was because of that injury. Because he shouldn't have, your knee's still weak from then and it ain't all the way healed. He shouldn't have been in there then.
Yeah.
They should have they didn't want to make it look like, oh, he's gonna lose his job. Oh, they didn't want the injury comment. So they tried to make him play through it,
Yeah.
which was really dumb. But that ain't injury prone. That's a 4-year gap from the last injury.
Carlos says they're drawing up plays for Jake Matthews for crying out loud. Eric, let me ask you this: you think Jake is past it? You think Jake is past it?
Jake about done. Jake been here, man. Matt Ryan retired. Jake came in with Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Dixon Way says, I do wonder if he can play under center with how we actually have under center plays with Kirk and not MPJ. And then the other thing, Eric, I wonder if because you got Wilkinson where McGarry should be, if they were like, you know what, we're not chancing this. We are not chancing.
That could, but why would you put Kirk in there like that though?
Because Kirk's a veteran and Kirk can see certain things. Kirk, one thing I will say, Kirk can
release is faster than Kirk.
He is. But I'm saying, like, Penix is your franchise quarterback, hopefully for the next 10 years. Kirk is probably, and not to sound crass and not to be dismissive of Kirk, but the plan for Kirk was not even to come back next year, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Just thoughts. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Trying to kill Kirk off?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Kirk has the ability to call audibles and change certain plays. Kirk's understanding of offenses and defenses is vastly superior to what Penix is. Because I mean, this year Penix is basically a rookie, right? So I would trust Wilkins a little bit more with Kirk being able to identify certain coverages than having a brand new baby Penix out there. And, Wilkins missed a step and now our quarterback is blown up. You know what I mean? So maybe that was it. I don't know. I know Wilkins missed a block on that field goal attempt on Monday. Didn't matter. We ended up winning the game. But you know, they're especially on special teams. I've noticed there have been gaps where he struggles with that. He struggles with that. But you know, whatever, man. Whatever. All good. We'll see. We'll find out. We got the Saints Sunday at the Benz. Eric, give me your score. Carlo, Dixon Way. Anybody else in the chat? Give me your score predictions for Sunday's game. Eric, what you got?
2017.
Oh, you know what? I think it's going to be much closer than that. I think that this Saints defense is vastly improved. I think this will be it'll be closer than that. I do, but that's just me. You say 27-10. I'm gonna say 20.
You asked me for my score prediction.
I did. I did. I'm not looking. Okay, I'm just expressing my thoughts, Eric. I'm gonna say 20-17 Falcons. I think this, you know, first and foremost, anytime these two teams get together, throw out the records because they're gonna fight. I mean, it's you know, they're both playing for pride. We came into their house and spanked them. We are going to get their best shot. I think it's going to be 2017 Falcons, you know, but we will see, man. We will definitely see. Hey, bro, any New Year's resolutions?
Be more grateful.
Be more grateful?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, even though you get on my nerves sometimes, and you're wrong sometimes, I'm grateful for you, bro. I thank God for you. I thank God for Victor. I don't know what I'd do without my brothers, man. So I'm grateful for you, grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for all these fans in this chat, man. I think for me, I want to stop being so scared. You know what I mean? I want to just take certain chances next year. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me. I want to take more chances. I want to take more risks next year. Carlos says, look at who all went down right after that is so common. Okay, that's fair. Carlos says 27-24 Birds. Okay, I can dig it, Carlo. I can dig it. But yeah, for me, man, I want to I want to lose 30 pounds, but you know, I love the drive-throughs and the cheeseburgers, and I'm tired of lying to myself. I really do want to lose 30 pounds, but I really do love cheeseburgers. Matter of fact, when I get off this damn show, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm tempted to go and get something because I'm hungry as all get out. So I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling with that. Weight is clearly an issue for me. So I want to lose. I want to lose 30 pounds. You know, and those are my two. I want to be. I don't want to be as fearful or as afraid to take chances. You know, as they say.
The crazy thing is, you don't even have to eat bad because you got the world's best cooks in the house. and you really don't even like the bad stuff. You like the taste, and they can make stuff taste great.
I forgot how supportive you were. Thank you. I forgot how supportive you were. Thank you, Eric. Okay, thank you for being my therapist. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Dang it. Anyway, bless you. I think you just sneezed. But hey, man, all good, bro. All good. Hey, looking forward to it. I'm gonna try and get down there Sunday if I can, but I'm probably not gonna make it. So hey, man, enjoy the game. Let's bring back a victory. And yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah.
I know you don't like to tell people where they can find you. So you can find my brother at Section 101 at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Mr. Eric Parker, typically sitting next to Mr. Demario Falcons. The two are a tandem. And they will Demario be there Sunday, Eric?
Of course.
Yeah. So those two will be there live and in person. So hey, if you get a chance, come check them out. To everybody who joined us in the chat, we appreciate you guys. Look, I know I've been gone for a while, guys. It's been the holiday season, and you know, I've been out here, hey man, doing what I needed to do. So, but I'm back now. So you might see a few changes. Not necessarily with the personnel, but in the format. And you know, as always, You try and get better. You try and improve. So, hey, man, if you guys have any questions, concerns, hit me up, holler at your boy, let me know. But yeah, you can catch me here, obviously, at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. You can also catch me at For My ATL Movies 1. As a matter of fact, Jordan and I will be doing Iron Man 2 and Thor. As a matter of fact, we're doing 4 this week because we're so behind. So we'll be doing Iron Man 2 and 4, and we'll be doing Thor and the Avengers all this week. And they'll be released probably this weekend. So you guys can look forward to that. I don't know if we're doing a show with One Time for the Fan today, so I can't tell you. I think we will be we're not going to be doing it Sunday because Jack's going to the game. So anyway, hey, everybody who joined us, we thank you. We appreciate you. Want to thank God for waking me up. Thank God for sending you guys on my path. As always, my brother, thank you for giving my chance in this business. Jack Spade, if you're out there, thank you for giving my chance in this business. You guys have an amazing day. Eric, you kick ass at work. And yeah, man, we'll see you when we see you. Go Falcons.
Right.
Rise up.
ATL. Through the highs and the heartbreaks, we still stand. Dirty birds forever. Let's get it. Year after year, we've been riding through the storm. Red and black in my veins, that loyalty was swung. We don't fold, we don't run, even when the pain hits. Cause every loss just reminds us what greatness is. We show up cold nights or the Georgia sun. Cause every Sunday we believe that our time gon' come. We ain't perfect, but we faithful and we never switch. We the city of the A, yeah, we built for this. We don't need pretty words, just heart on the field we deserve. Put the work in, earn that glory. Bring our city back to the story. We'll ride till the wheels fall off. We ain't never gonna break. Win or lose, we stand tall for the A. You can doubt us, talk loud, but we still hold steady. Cause we here and we faithful and we always ready. It's the dirty, prove the dirty. If you bout it, then prove the dirty. We'll believe when you fight for the city.